Well, rain and storms rolling into our area, as you just heard from Chris this evening. This is video of the downpour in Midtown this afternoon. We are expecting stronger storms, as Chris mentioned, as Helene moves in. We have live team coverage for you from throughout Metro Atlanta as we get you prepared for this weather. So let's get you out now to our Molly Oak, who is in Cobb County, with a look at the work to get the drainage system there ready. Molly.
Yeah, to put it bluntly, guys, Cobb County DOT says this is an all hands on deck situation. That's why it says it already had crews out today getting ready for the storm.
All of these roots and any of the debris just came out of that pipe system.
The skies may not be clear, but this pipe now is.
So we use a rotor hose from this vac-on truck that kind of push water, force water in. It has a high-powered jet to pull the rest of the debris out to open up the drain system.
Demario Langford with Cobb County Department of Transportation says crews are working to get things ready ahead of the storm.
We go out and, we'll have either this vac-on truck or we'll have a crew with an excavator to come out and kind of dig out the open channel ditches. And that way we can get a good water flow and be able to not back up the streets and cause any flooding in our roadways.
He says they have emergency crews on standby along with people on the roads today.
It's important because with all of the storms and the water coming in, we don't want those systems backed up, and we don't want to potentially cause flooding on the roadways or in our neighborhoods or communities.
And speaking of communities, he says people in the community are key to helping them make sure the needed work gets done. Langford says Cobb County DOT uses an app called See Click Fix, which people can download on their phone to report issues in their neighborhoods.
And whether it be potholes, clogged drainage systems, down stop signs, we really rely on the citizens to use those apps.
Now, Cobb says they're also working with other departments in the city and the county to make sure that they're all prepared for Helene. Reporting live in Cobb County, Molly Oak, 11 Alive News.
And as we know, with this rain, there could be some issues on the road. We already see some of those behind Crash Clark right there. So tonight, Crash, you are hearing from Georgia DOT about how they're preparing for Helene. What are you hearing?
Yeah, well, they are out there doing their thing as they normally do in preparation, clearing those storm drains. We'll talk to Natalie Dale in a few seconds, but right now, just want to give you an indication of what we've been dealing with. That's a tractor trailer that went right off the road and deep into the trees. 285 eastbound at Flat Shoals. As you can imagine, they're having a heck of a time getting that out of the way. A lot of flooding now being reported. 285 northbound around Covington Highway, Highway 78, both directions near Hugh Howell. This is a possible area for flooding because of the construction along I-20 east and westbound around Panola Road and I-285 over in DeKalb. And another thing we're going to start seeing as trees come down and wires come with them, we've got traffic lights out. South Cobb Drive at Cooper Lake. Remember to four-way stop all those dark intersections, folks. This is just going to be one of those days in the next 48 hours where we are going to be dealing with a series of problems out here. So let's well, I know we are going to talk to GDOT right now with, yep, that's right. There we go. We heard from Molly, the Georgia Department of Transportation has already been hard at work across the state here. Let's get to Natalie Dale from GDOT.
And we always say, turn around, don't drown. Big safety message in storms like this. Very little water can carry a complete car away. You don't want to be in that car. You don't want to lose control of your car. If you can stay off the road, it's a really good idea to do that.
And folks, just remember, 12 inches of rushing water can carry away a vehicle. You heard that right. So definitely do not drive during the storm if it is not absolutely necessary.
Thank you. And our coverage continues with 11 Alive's Karis Belger. She is at one of Georgia Power's centers on Jefferson Street in Northwest Atlanta. Karis, what should people be doing to prepare for any power outages that we might see?
Well, a spokesperson with Georgia Power says the best thing to do is make sure you have at the very least 3 days worth of supplies in your home in case help cannot come immediately.
We put crews in place to make sure that they're ready to respond. Biggest thing is right now, we don't know what we need to respond to.
But Georgia Power spokesperson Matthew Kent says the company is working closely with county officials around the state to place resources where they'll be needed.
If there is more damage in the southern part of the state, crews from the north will go down to assist. And of course, we can also call in contractors or on our sister companies in the event that it's more than we can handle in a short amount of time.
The same goes for possible outages across Georgia, including in metro Atlanta. The company storm center is expected to open Wednesday evening, one day before Helene is expected to make landfall. Kent tells me the biggest concern is falling power lines and helping people avoid them.
The biggest thing of all is if there is damage, you see a down power line, don't go near it.
For those who may lose electricity, Kent says keeping 3 days worth of supplies is best in case help can't come immediately.
It could be charged. We want people to call 911. We want people to call Georgia Power and report those as soon as possible.
I also spoke with a representative from Southern Company today. She told me that you should keep your natural gas service on, but in the event of flooding due to a severe storm or a hurricane, you should not use any natural gas appliances. Be sure to call Atlanta Gas and Light Crews for their emergency number or 911 if there is a gas leak. I'm Kara Spelger, 11 Alive News. Back to you.
Important information, Karis. Thank you so much for bringing that to us.